What's up, guys? Before this match even started, our first pick was already being toxic. He wanted everyone to show their heroes so he could swap, but nobody did. He immediately started trash talking and even told our Franco to stick to your mid lane, even though Franco wanted to adjust and play roam. Because of all the negativity, our draft became a complete mess. We ended up with a Layla, an XP Grok, and it honestly looked like our teammates were already throwing the game before the match even began. But instead of arguing or giving up, I locked in Nolan. Since assassins are dominating the meta right now, I wanted to prove that staying calm and focusing on the game is always the better choice. Sometimes, when you play seriously, your teammates start taking the game seriously too. And in this match, I'll show you exactly how to assassinate an assassin like Aamon. His invisibility makes him one of the hardest heroes to kill, but let's see if Nolan has what it takes. Let's get into the game.
Without my strong I would have been
First of all, I want to give credit to my teammates. Even though our draft wasn't the best and things got pretty toxic during the picking phase, they still decided to play seriously. That's something I always appreciate because no matter how bad the draft looks, the game isn't over until the base falls. Now let me show you how I approach the early game with Nolan. One of the biggest mistakes I see from assassin players is forcing fights too early. You don't need to prove anything in the first 2 minutes. Your main goal is to farm efficiently, secure your buffs, rotate quickly, and look for safe opportunities instead of risky ones. As an assassin, patience is one of your strongest weapons. Every second you spend farming properly gets you closer to your core items, and once you hit that power spike, you'll start deleting heroes much faster. When I gank, I always look for the enemy's squishy heroes first. Marksmen, mages, or any low defense target should always be your priority. Don't waste your skills on the tank unless you have no other choice. Remember, assassins are designed to eliminate the enemy's damage dealers, not to fight the front line. Another important tip is to master the in and out playstyle. Go in, burst your target with the right combo, and immediately get out. Don't stay too long trying to chase more kills, because that's where most assassin players get punished. A clean escape is always better than trading your life for one extra kill. Now let's talk about Aamon. A lot of players struggle against him because of his invisibility, but Nolan actually has the tools to deal with him. The key is your timing. Don't panic when he disappears. Stay calm, predict where he's moving, and wait for the perfect moment to strike. If you use your combo correctly, you can burst him down before he gets the chance to outplay you. As you'll see in this match, it's not about being the fastest player. It's about making smart decisions, choosing the right target, and knowing when to engage and when to back off. So if you're trying to improve with Nolan, remember these simple rules. Farm first, rotate efficiently, target the squishy heroes, don't force impossible fights, and always play with patience. A disciplined assassin is far more dangerous than an aggressive one. Let's keep watching and see how this game unfolds. Now here's one of the best tricks when you're facing Aamon. Most players panic the moment they see his ultimate coming, but that's exactly what he wants. Instead of running in a straight line, save one of your dashes. The moment his ultimate is about to connect, use your dash with perfect timing. If you do it correctly, you can dodge part of his damage or greatly reduce the burst, giving you enough time to turn the fight around. Once Aamon loses his burst, he's much easier to deal with. That's why patience is more important than speed. Never waste all your mobility at the start of the fight. Always keep an escape option ready because a good assassin survives first before looking for another kill. Now about his teammates. They may be squishy, but don't underestimate them. Heroes like mages and marksmen can still melt your HP in just a few seconds if they free hit. Before diving into the backline, quickly check your minimap. Ask yourself, where are the enemy crowd control heroes? Where is Aamon? Those two questions can save your life more than any item. Another habit that separates good Nolan players from great ones is waiting for the enemy to use their important skills first. If you see the enemy mage already use their stun, or the marksman already used flicker, that's your signal to attack. Fighting enemies without their defensive skills makes every assassination much easier. Also, don't get baited by low HP enemies. Sometimes they're intentionally trying to lure you into a bush where their teammates are waiting. A kill is never worth giving away a shutdown. If something feels suspicious, back away, clear another camp, or pressure another lane instead. There will always be another opportunity. As the game goes on, your decisions become more valuable than your mechanics. You don't need the highest number of kills to carry the game. Sometimes, eliminating the enemy jungler before Lord, or taking out their marksman before a team fight, is enough to win the entire match. So remember, against Aamon, keep one dash available for his ultimate. Don't rush your engage, watch the mini-map every few seconds, wait for key enemy skills to be used, and never chase blindly into areas without vision. An assassin isn't just about fast hands, it's about making smarter decisions than your opponent. That's what makes Nolan one of the deadliest heroes in the current meta.
Gather up the Lord. Understood. Request that. Okay.
That keeps me steadfast on this path.
Request that. Okay.
Is this hopeless wish all I have left to cling to? Fracture. Even the stars.
One of the biggest skills every assassin player should master isn't your combo, it's your map awareness. You can have the fastest hands in the world, but if you're not watching the minimap, you'll end up dying to rotations you never saw coming. As you're watching this gameplay, notice that I'm constantly checking the map every few seconds. I'm not only looking for where the enemies are, I'm also paying attention to who's missing. Missing heroes are often more dangerous than the ones you can actually see. If 2 or 3 enemies suddenly disappear from the map, don't assume they're farming. There's a good chance they're setting up an ambush or rotating to another lane. This habit helps you decide whether to engage or back off. Remember, an assassin should always have more information than the enemy. The more you know about their position, the easier it is to make the right play. Another thing I always look for is isolated targets. If I see a marksman, mage, or even an assassin farming alone without backup, that's usually my green light to attack. A solo hero is much easier to eliminate because there's a lower chance of getting interrupted by crowd control or unexpected reinforcements. But don't rush in the moment you see someone alone. First, ask yourself a few questions. Where was their roamer last seen? Is their tank nearby? Do I have enough vision to safely escape after getting the kill? These quick checks only take a second, but they can save you from turning one kill into one death. A lot of assassin players become greedy after getting a successful pickoff. They immediately look for another fight even though their skills are on cooldown or they're already low on HP. That's one of the fastest ways to throw your lead. After securing a kill, sometimes the best decision is to leave immediately, reset, farm another jungle camp, or prepare for the next objective. Map awareness also means knowing where the next fight will happen before everyone else. If Turtle or Lord is about to spawn, don't stay in the opposite lane chasing kills. Start rotating early, clear nearby vision, and position yourself where you can instantly reach the enemy's backline once the fight begins. Finally, remember this: never force a fight against grouped-up enemies. Assassins are hunters, not frontliners. Your strength comes from patience, positioning, and finding the perfect opening. Wait for someone to separate from the team. Wait for an important skill to be used, then strike with confidence. That's how you consistently carry games with Nolan. Not by taking every fight, but by taking the right fights. Good map awareness wins more games than flashy mechanics. The more information you have, the fewer mistakes you'll make. And that's what separates an average assassin from a truly great one.
Request backup. Understood.
As I mentioned earlier, even though the enemy lineup is full of squishy heroes, that doesn't mean we can relax. In fact, this is one of the most dangerous types of compositions to fight against. They may have low defense, but almost every one of them has enough burst damage to delete an assassin in just a second if you're not careful. That's exactly why I'm buying immortality at this stage of the game. Once we reach the late game, one small mistake can decide the entire match. As an assassin, you're usually the first target after you eliminate their carry, so having a second life can completely change the outcome of a team fight. A lot of players think defensive items reduce your damage too much, but that's not always true. Remember, an assassin with slightly lower damage is still far more useful than an assassin who's already dead before the fight even starts. Sometimes, surviving for just a few more seconds gives you another chance to use your skills and secure another kill. Another tip against burst heroes is to avoid showing yourself too early. Let your tank or frontline reveal the enemy first. Stay out of vision as much as possible. The longer the enemy doesn't know where you are, the more pressure you create. They'll hesitate to walk forward because they're always expecting you to appear from the side. Positioning is everything in the late game. Don't stand in the middle of your team waiting for the fight to happen. Look for a flank. Move through bushes, rotate around walls, and always search for an angle where you can instantly reach the enemy's backline without exposing yourself. Also, don't use all your mobility just to chase one hero. Always save an escape route. After getting the kill, your next objective is surviving. A successful assassination isn't just about eliminating the enemy carry. It's about getting out alive so you can help your team in the next fight.